Hello, and welcome to this prelude to my Skyrim Let's Play. If you've been to my channel in the past, recent past, you'll have noticed that I had a Skyrim Let's Play on here before. I got about 13 or 14 episodes into it, and the inevitable happened. By inevitable, I mean that I kept changing mods. I kept trying to bend Skyrim the game to my idea of a story as opposed to the other way around. And in doing so, I ended up breaking both. The save game that I had for episode 13 was twitchy, and when I got finished with episode 14, I couldn't start it up again, and the story quickly devolved, I guess would be a good description, into a monotonous let's go kill bandit routine. So this time I'm going to try and do a couple of things different. The first thing is my mods. I have it's probably been it's been a good 3 months since the end of my previous Let's Play and this one, and in that time I have settled on a mod configuration, and I have used it to advance a player or a character through the low 50s level wise. So it's stable. I don't think I'm going to have any more problems with, and as soon as I say that, something's going to burn up, but knock wood, I shouldn't have any problems with my modding setup. The second issue was my story. And the reason it was a problem was because I tried to continually bend Skyrim to the story that I wanted to tell. And while Skyrim can do that to a certain point, I was having a real hard time just role-playing it and figuring out which quest was going with what. That's two problems in and of itself. The first is I don't know enough about Skyrim end to end to know which quest to go do. And second, while Skyrim is a role-playing game, it's a storytelling game as well, and it's the story that Bethesda wanted to tell. And the only thing that we really have as players to change that is the order of certain things, or to skip this quest or to do that quest. And I kept trying to bend that storyline into mine as opposed to the other way around, just letting the story flow from the game. So I'm going to try doing that this time. I'm not going to impose my will on the game. Instead, I'm going to try and let the story just flow from how it goes, and I'm going to be a lot more flexible. I'm not going to sit here and say and make decisions that only would apply to my character's morals or whatever. I mean, there'll be choices in there, but I'm not going to limit myself. I'm not going to prevent myself, say for example, from joining the Dark Brotherhood just because I happen to play a semi-good character. I'm not going to miss vast chunks of this story. Now, the hard part is going to be whether this is just going to be let's just go play everything, or let's contain this to a true story. But anyway, with all of that floating around in my head, I've just decided to at least start out with something flexible and go with the flow as much as possible. Now, to do that, I'm I'm going to play a character that I have, never played to this point. A primary magic user, a mage of some sort. To this point, I've always played melee or sneaky archers, and this is going to be a learning experience for me. And because I'm learning so much, things are going to have to change on the fly, and that's going to just let me go down this path or go down that path, try this thing out or try that thing out. And that's the way that this story is going to go. So with that in mind, I have created a dark elf, a Dunmer. He has arrived in Skyrim. He has been hunting for the last couple of days. Nothing more than that as far as a backstory, other than the fact that he is a novice mage. He knows a couple of destruction spells and one restoration spell, and he has heard that there is a college here in Skyrim that could help him improve his power, make him a better mage, and make him better at for whatever reason he wants to be. While he was hunting, he set up camp to, because at the end of the day, that's what you do. He set up camp just north of Helgen, and he was woken up by this huge and terrible noise. He looks up and he sees this humongous black beast flying in the air, and he doesn't know what to do. It looks as though for a moment it's basically going to land and attack him, but it just flies over and goes on to the north and just disappears. So now he's left with a conundrum. Does he go and look where the dragon or the creature came from, or does he go and look where the creature went to? He sits and thinks for a moment, and he decides it's best to go and check where he came from, because maybe there's something that he can do to either help, or if not help, then there's maybe some things there that he could find to get him along in his journey to the College of Winterhold. So that's where our story picks up, where Oryn, I'm sorry I haven't told you his name yet, Oryn decides that he's going to go in the direction that the dragon came from and find out what happened, and if anybody else has seen it, and what else that can be done. And that's where our story will pick up in episode 1. I hope you guys hang around. I hope with this this becomes this is already going to be fun for me. I hope it's going to be fun for you, and I hope that through the comments and feedback and stuff, we get some conversations going, and this becomes a really good long-term project for me. So with that, I'm gonna stop the prelude, and I'll say we'll see you next time.